Hey BookTube, here is a book haul. I'm Jen and I talk about audiobooks, and I don't do these very often anymore because I don't buy books that I haven't already listened to and loved. But I did recently. There's a closeout store here where I live, near where I live, called Ollie's, and they have an amazing book section. It's kind of like, if you are familiar with Book Outlet, which is an online kind of outlet for books, it's kind of like that, but it's right there in front of you on shelves, and you really do have to dig to get to the really good stuff, but you can find some really good stuff. So I bought a bunch of books, and I want to tell you what they are. The first is Losing Gabriel. This is by Lurlene McDaniel, who writes really good YA contemporary, apparently, having to do with really, really intense social issues. And this is no exception. There's no audio for this book, so when I read it, I'm going to have to read the actual book. But, you know, I liked the cover, and it looked pretty good. So it says, Losing Gabriel, a love story. Then I found Independent Study. This is by Joelle Charbonneau, and it is book 2 of the Testing series. I thought I had at least one of the other books in the series, but I didn't. So now I have book 2, I guess. It's kind of pretty. I mean, it's very metallic, and on audio, this is narrated by Elizabeth Morton. I have listened to book 1 and 2 on audio, but never book 3. I don't know why. I've never finished the trilogy. I probably should now that I'm in the second book. The Season is by Jonah, Lisa, and Stephen Dyer, and it is YA contemporary about a girl who is a soccer player and gets roped into helping some kids, I think, with regard to either a debutante ball or a pageant. I'm not sure which, but on audio, it is narrated by Erin Spencer. And it's YA contemporary. Did I say that? I think I said that. YA contemporary. Did I let you know it was YA contemporary? Because it's YA contemporary. More YA contemporary romance is Going Geek, and this is by Charlotte Huang, and there is no audio for this. It just looked like a good contemporary romance, YA. So I'm always up for one of those. On the back, it says, senior year will be epic, stressful, unpredictable, and all of the above. We'll see. A World Without You is by Beth Revis. Now this looks really good. It is narrated from 2 points of view on audio by Sarah Naughton and PJ Ochlan, and it is contemporary, and it's about a boy who thinks he has superpowers, when in reality there may be some mental illness going on. So I am really intrigued by this book, and I really think I want to listen to it. So I'm hoping it's good. Beth Revis wrote the Across the Universe series, which is YA sci-fi, and I really liked it because I liked the way that she showed how a society can change, and there was just a lot of social commentary going on. I really enjoyed that. The Legend of Sheba by Tosca Lee is essentially Christian fiction about the Queen Sheba, who got involved with King Solomon of the Bible. There is no audio for this, and I think technically it's called Christian historical fiction, but it just looked good. It's not very long. I mean, it's pretty, I think it's maybe under 300 pages. It is, yeah, 325 pages. That's still, it's not a very big book to get through, so when I read it, I will read this book, but I'm trying to incorporate more Christian fiction into my reading, so hopefully it'll be good. We'll see. The Lonesome Young is by Lucy Connors, and I gotta tell you, this does not look really promising on Goodreads, but I'm trying not to depend on Goodreads ratings for the things that appeal to me. So this is YA contemporary, a little bit of a Romeo and Juliet thing going on, and there is no audio, so when I read it, it's gonna have to be this. But that cover, it just drew me in because you know me, I am such a hopeless romantic. So it says, what happens when the teenage heirs of 2 bitterly feuding families can't stay away from each other? Yeah, we'll see how that Romeo and Juliet thing gets done. Then I have never read anything from Kristin Hannah. This is called Home Again, and apparently this is an old book. I mean, it was written back in 1996. This edition was published initially in 2002 and has been continued to be printed. And in 2010, there was an audiobook produced, and Tanya Eby is the narrator. I am familiar with Tanya Eby. She does a lot of this kind of genre. And apparently this particular one is the Reader's Circle edition, if that means anything to you. It's home again. So we'll see. We'll see if I like Kristin Hannah. I know she normally writes big fat books, but this one is not a big fat book. So it's a good way to kind of, you know, try her out and see if I like her as an author. It's adult romance or adult. It's probably more like women's fiction. I have a feeling she's going to take my heart, rip it out, you know, stomp all over it, and then give it back to me and go, there you go. Yeah. Sometimes I like that, sometimes not. Love Arrives in Pieces is by Betsy St. Amant. It is Christian fiction, contemporary romance, chick lit. Can we get a few more genres in there? Yes. There is no audio, so I'll have to read the book. But, you know, like I said, I'm trying to give Christian fiction a little more of a chance in my life. So, you know, I'll let you know if it's good. It looks good. I like the cover. That's what drew me in. That's always what drives me in. Draws me in. Yeah, whatever. And the last one I have is How to Be a Christian Without Going to Church by Kelly Bean. This is nonfiction. It is the unofficial guide to alternative forms of Christian community. I gotta tell you, I hate the way we do church in America. I hate it. I can't pay attention. I can't sit still. I hate the way we do it. I have some ideas about the way I wish it were done, and I want to hear what somebody else thinks. I really do. When I read that title, I thought, I want to know what this is about, what this person thinks. So I'm going to read it, and hopefully I will get some new ideas on different ways that the church is changing and the way some people are doing it. So it just intrigues me. So yeah, there's that. That is my book haul. Interesting stuff ahead. If you've read any of those, then please let me know, because I pretty much have not read any of them except for Independent Study, which was the second book in the testing series by Joelle Charbonneau. So if you've read any of them, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. I'd love to hear about the books. So if there's one I need to pick up first, by all means, tell me. That's it for now for me, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.